Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute shaker tag. It's fairly simple, and this one I made for my Halloween journal that I'm working on right now. The Gus is a friendly ghost one. So I had seen these on Pinterest, and they are using the clear badge holders. These are the holders that you would put a lanyard, you would attach the lanyard in there. But I have a link for these down below. I found a pack of 30 for $5.99 with Prime. If you have Prime shipping, then it's just the $5.99 with free shipping. So this is what they look like this, and they're like a driver's license size, a little bit bigger, just a standard badge holder. So I wanted to show you how you can make your own with them. I have a scrap piece of paper here. This is the same paper that I'm using, but I'm going to use the other side. So what we need to do is trim this piece down. The badge holder, and I would assume you could buy different size badge holders, but this one holds a 3.5, approximately, a little bit less because there's the trim around, by 2.5. So that's what I'm going to cut this down to, and then if we have to cut it down a little bit more, we can do that. Okay, so we have that piece, and then you'll need some sort of decoration. I have these stickers that are from the Dollar Tree, and they just so happen to have their dimensional sticker, so I'm just taking off I'm going to save that sticker because the dimensionals always come with the bottom and then the little foam tab in between. So I'm going to take that and stick this down here, and that will actually add a little bit of dimension so that when you put your shaker bits on the inside, it will allow them to move around a little bit. So then we're going to open this up. This is kind of like a Ziploc bag back here, but just a little bit sturdier. And these are pretty thick. I think they're pretty good quality for the price. So then you're going to work this in here. You kind of have to bend it open and bend your paper a little bit. You might have to trim it. Oh, I think it should be able to get it in there okay. Have to work it in. Try not to crease the paper. Just kind of turn it, you know, kind of angle it, I guess, like a mountain. And then, oop, just have to work it in there. I'm going to use my scissors to get that little corner down there. So that's in there like that. Push it all the way down. So now we need to add our shaker bits. I have this fun mix of Halloween shakers, or shaker sequins. I think it's just a combination of different packages that I've had. But there's pumpkins and spiders and spider webs. So I'm just going to drop that down in there. If you have glitter, you can add that in there, or like just the round sequins. And of course you can do this with any theme. I definitely want to get the little pumpkins in there. All right, so got those in. And then you just seal it up. And then we're going to decorate. Well, actually poke the 2 holes. You can either use this single hole in the middle or use the 2 holes. So I'm just going to poke the 2 holes out here because we are going to cover it up. I have I have the scrap left of that, and then I also have this scrap that has jack-o'-lantern faces on it. It was the same collection. So we're going to trim these pieces down. I'm just going to use the polka dot part at the top here. So I'm going to trim that off and cut it to 2.5 because that's how wide we determined. And then also cut this one at 2.5. All right. Now this one we're going to put right over. Actually, I think, well, this will be fine. I wish I didn't cut it quite so short, but maybe I have a little piece here. So I'm going to cut these a little bit longer because I want it to go all the way to the end. So let's see. I'll grab a pencil and I can mark it. So I'm going to cut it right there. I'll just use my scissors. There we go. And then actually use my trimmer for this so I can get it pretty straight. And then I'm going to cut the same length on this one. Looks like it's about almost 2 3/4, but just barely. Won't use those. Okay, so this piece is going to go up here. So I'm just going to put some glue on there, and I'm using tacky glue. I'm actually going to put the glue here so I don't get the glue in the holes. And this does dry clear, so you won't even be able to tell on the other side if you were looking at the other side of the tag. All right. We'll go there. I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and I will trim the edges because it has that little curve there. And then this piece will go right here. So we'll put glue there. And then I grabbed some just really thin orange ribbon. This one happens to be a grosgrain ribbon. And I'm going to put that on the seam. You can use any kind of trim or ribbon just to cover this part up. Lay that down. Clean up my glue here. I'll trim this off on the sides. Just want to make sure you don't... It moves pretty easy with the glue on the plastic, so you need to wait and let that dry some if you're not careful. I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. Just doing the corners there. Oops. I think I got a little hair in there, and that's kind of gross. What? It's probably a dog hair, and I apologize if that's a little bit too much information. Okay, I'm gonna have to open it up later after this part dries. I did it so that you could still access that, but sorry if that's kind of grody. Anyway, so now I'm taking a hole punch. This is just a crocodile, and I'll try and link everything down below that I have. And then you're going to punch a hole right where the holes are in the badge holder. And you have to be able to see the hole, so you gotta open up the hole punch there. Alright, so now you have your 2 holes at the top, and I'm going to use some fatter ribbon. This was from the Dollar Tree, but it is a really pretty gingham with black around on the sides. So I'm going to go in through the top and up through the back. And you want enough. I'm just going to do a double knot with it. I'm not going to do a ribbon. You could do a ribbon if you wanted to. And I've used almost all that up. So pull enough so that there's plenty to trim off here. And just tighten it and trim your ends off. And there it is. So cute. All right, super easy little shaker. If you've ever made shakers before, you know how complicated they can be, and you have to have the right tools and like metal dies or a way of making the shape that you want to make the shaker, but this is just a really easy way of doing it, and they turn out so cute. They'd be perfect for like planners or a traveler's notebook or for your scrapbook or your junk journal. So hopefully you enjoyed this little mini tutorial. Thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.